happened on 14th, 2023, January. The first game, the Bucks lose to the Miami Heat. No Giannis, no Middleton. Drew Holiday played 35, had 12 points, 10 assists, and a steal. Yeah, what's going on with that Giannis? It's not something serious, I don't think. Questionable next game. Left knee soreness. Okay, maybe just rest. Grayson Allen actually came back pretty quick. Had 3 threes, 12 points. He suffered an ankle injury earlier this week. Played this game anyway. Brook Lopez played 33 with 2 blocks. Bobby Portis with no Giannis played just 27. I guess the game wasn't close, so did not really play in the fourth quarter. Pat Connaughton hit 4 threes. So Connaughton, Grayson Allen, those could be the guys that we use for 3-point streaming when the Bucks got a good schedule. Joe Ingles, interestingly, came off the bench, played 25. He might be fantasy relevant if guys continue to be out, because he can give you some threes, give you some assists. And Javon Carter played 24, didn't really do much with 2 threes. For the Miami Heat, they've been starting this guy Haywood Highsmith. He's been getting 25 plus minutes. He doesn't really contribute in fantasy that much. Jimmy Butler, did he get hurt again? My God, okay. Because the game is out of control now. He's fine. He played just 26 minutes. Bam played 31, had a good game. Max Juice and Gabe Vincent. Gabe Vincent just put up numbers. So, and we know Kyle Lowry, Tyler Hero, with those guys out. A lot of guys we could stream. Max Juice, Gabe Vincent. Victor Oladipo, I think, is close to must roster territory. With everybody healthy, he still gets 30 minutes. And he's been getting some defensive stats. 3 steals, 5 assists. Let's see if he's actually ranked on the season. He is 113th ranked player. That's pretty good. We gotta have him. Averaging 29 minutes. Most importantly, 1.8 steals. That's actually, amazing for him. And he could be a 1.5 steals guy. And then I think the other counting stats could come up a little bit. But so far, right now, he's gonna hurt you in some efficiency categories. But the steals are really, really nice. The next game, the Celtics beat the Charlotte Hornets 122-106. Jaylen Brown is gonna be out a couple weeks. Well, 1 or 2 weeks. So Tatum is going to have a crazy high usage. I don't think it's going to really, Tatum is all of a sudden going to put up way better numbers. Because he's still the number 1 guy. 33 points, 9 rebounds, 6 assists with 4 threes. Overall pretty good. Al Horford and Robert Williams played together. Yeah, Horford had 4 fouls. But both guys are must rosters. Robert Williams this year on the season, I think his block numbers are not that amazing. It's funny because Horford and Robert Williams, they're literally ranked next to each other, 67th and 68th. Robert Williams this year is only averaging 1.3 blocks, but just 21 minutes. So I do think at some point he's gonna getting close to 30, and the number is gonna be way closer to 2 than 1.5. He's shooting 75% from the field, amazing. Derek White, what happened to him? He must have gotten hurt. Played just 4 minutes, yeah. Had some back issues, so that makes Malcolm Brogdon a must roster. He played 31 minutes. We know Jaylen Brown is going to be out for a week, and then with Derek White out, Malcolm Brogdon is going to get 30 minutes, and 30 minutes Brogdon, right? That makes him a must roster. Had 30 points with 4 threes, really good. Marcus Smart had 12 assists and 2 steals, and he's a plus 24. Good game from him. And Peyton Pritchard, maybe without the guys out, he could come in and play 25 to 30 minutes. If you need some points and threes, you could look to stream him if Celtics got a good schedule in the next couple of weeks. For the Charlotte Hornets, Jalen McDaniels played just 28 minutes. That's a little bit disappointing. He remained a must roster. PJ Washington had a decent game, hit 4 threes, 14 points, but too bad, no defensive stats. Mason Plumlee continued to put up numbers. This game missed the rebound. 60 rebound is huge. Terry Rozier and LaMelo. LaMelo is having a rough year shooting the ball, but the counting numbers are looking real, real nice. And hopefully they don't rush him too much, right? Because they're not going anywhere this year. They're not making the playoffs. What's their rank right now? Charlotte Hornets. Wow, I didn't know that they were worse than Detroit Pistons. Yeah, they're not going anywhere. So, what are you gonna do? So I would be a little bit worried about LaMelo's availability toward the end of the season. Terry Rozier had 21 points and 2 threes. Okay, not bad. But again, Terry Rozier is not the guy he was this year. He's not the guy he was for the last 2 years. The next game, the Grizzlies, they are blowing out teams so often. It's crazy. It's like, their record. Actually, what's their record? I wonder. Wow, they won 9 straight also. Yeah, they're good. They're good. And Jaren Jackson Jr. He doesn't need 30 minutes to put up numbers. 22 minutes. Also, it was a blowout, right? He really wasn't. Well, he was in a bit foul trouble, 3 fouls, but 10 rebounds, a steal, and 2 blocks, and he's a plus 32. Who is the most valuable player on this team? I mean, people would want to say Ja, but again, whenever Ja gets hurt, they keep winning. Steven Adams in 22 minutes, put up decent numbers. Desmond Bane hit 5 threes. Give him some time. Coming back from injury, he hasn't been himself. Slowly getting back up there. Ja Morant had a crazy dunk. If you haven't seen it, go check out on YouTube. 23 points and 10 assists, easy work, and a block in 25 minutes. Not much to say. All the starters are playing super nice, and without Dillon Brooks, it's fine. Zaire Williams gonna come in and does a good job. 13 points, a steal, and a block. For the Indiana Pacers, pretty horrible across the board. Tyrese Halliburton is gonna be out multiple weeks, so Andrew Nembhard I think is a must roster. Same thing with Benedict Mathurin and Isaiah Jackson. Every time. If Miles Turner continues to be out, we know how great this guy could be. 26 minutes, had a steal and 4 blocks. Right? He can maybe block more shots at Miles Turner. That's crazy to say. This year, historically, Turner has been great. This year, he hasn't. Oh, he's still averaging 2.3 blocks. Never mind, I take that back. Buddy Hield, pretty rough game. Aaron Naismith also pretty rough game, but it's okay. It's just a rough night. We can just move on. On to the next. TJ McConnell is also a must roster. 11 assists, 8 rebounds, and 2 steals is really nice. And Chris Duarte came in and played 30. It was a blowout. Otherwise, I don't think he'll be getting 30 minutes. But a lot of Pacer guys need to be picked up. TJ McConnell, Andrew Nembhard, Benedict Mathurin, right? These 3 guys should be getting a nice boost in minutes and usage. Next game is the Atlanta Hawks beat the Toronto Raptors 114-103. Great game. Trey, 29 points and 9 assists, but 0 rebounds. 2 steals and block, provided the defensive stats, hit the free throws, 2 threes, not bad. Devontae Murray, the assist is not coming back, I don't think. But 2 steals is good, 8 rebounds, 27 points. Yeah, just in the beginning, like the first 10 games or so, every time I read the stats, Devontae is like, 9 assists, 8 assists, 10 assists. I thought it was going to be a trend, but after coming back, his assist number has dipped significantly. And on the season, what is he averaging? He's averaging 6.1 assists. That is, 2 or 3 when he was on the Spurs. He had 9 assists probably, yeah. Okongwu, absolutely must roster. 13 rebounds, a steal, and 2 blocks. Great stuff. And John Collins fouled out in 27 minutes. Just a bad game. And DeAndre Hunter. This is why I think sometimes you're better off just streaming the spot. It's kind of like a Tim Hardaway Jr. with better efficiency. Hit 3 threes is nice, 11 points. And with Bogdanovic out, AJ Green only played 22 minutes anyway. For the Raptors, OG, no steals this game. So the line didn't look that pretty. Scotty Barnes is the one who absolutely dominated. 9 for 10 from the free throw line. You're probably not going to see that again this season or next. 9 for 16 from the field is good. And then, most importantly, 12 rebounds, 3 steals, and a block, 27 points. Great stuff. Siakam struggled. Also committed 6 fouls in 34 minutes. 15 points, 7 rebounds, and 6 assists and a block. For him, it's really about the free throws. I think counting numbers are pretty good. Gary Trent Jr. not in foul trouble, played just 20 minutes. He's not hurt, is he? He's not hurt. He was just horrible. Same thing with Fred VanVleet. My God, horrible game. And I wouldn't really try to buy. I don't look at Fred VanVleet as a top 25 player this year. But hey, if you can get him top 50 players plus a top 80 player, that's something I would do. But it's been really rough this season for Fred VanVleet. I don't know. Maybe something's going on. Some injuries. The next game, the Cleveland Cavaliers lost to the Timberwolves, and Donovan Mitchell struggled a little bit, 14 points, in a pretty big way, and no defensive stats. Same thing with Darius Garland, the two guard didn't really put pretty bad game for both. Jared Allen doesn't matter. Win or lose, he's gonna put up numbers. 8 rebounds, two blocks, 8 for 10 from the field. Evan Mobley, very sadly, no blocks again. His ranking is decent. He is the not decent 71st ranked player, but you would think that he's locked for top 50 this year. Averaging 1.3 blocks, that's okay, but you wanted that to be higher, and the free throw is probably really hurting his value, shooting 70% on 3.7 attempts. But again, 8.8 rebound is nice, but playing alongside Jared Allen, it's hard to get 10. 14 points is okay, but we just kind of need more counting numbers out of him. Caris LeVert played 31 minutes, not really fantasy relevant. And Kevin Love had 8 rebounds and 2 threes. Could be a stream guy if you need rebounds and threes, because those two categories, they're really unique. Most guys who shoot this many threes don't get that many rebounds. For the Timberwolves, Jaden McDaniels, great, 4 steals and a block in 27 minutes. Kyle Anderson, great, 2 steals and 3 blocks. I think we said this before. Kyle Anderson is a must roster, especially in category leagues without Cat, and Cat should be back soon. To be honest, D'Lo, horrible game. Was a really sell high candidate, so you could still try to do it. You still have like a week or two. Anthony Edwards had 26 points, 6 rebounds, 7 assists. That's good. Also, you never know when Cat comes back, what's gonna happen. Chemistry issues. And Naz Reid, Naz Reid, we gotta pick him up as well. Rudy Gobert is hurt. It's not serious. Questionable, okay. Right groin soreness. If Rudy ends up missing time, Naz Reid, you stream him, it's guaranteed. He's gonna put up numbers. Give him 30 minutes. 17 points and 7 rebounds here with the block. Philadelphia Sixers barely escaped the Jazz. 118, 117. Joel Embiid. Interesting. Walker Kessler did a good job on him, I suppose. Only 30 points. 9 for 18. Only 30 points. That's a weird thing to say, but still a pretty good line. 30 points and 2 blocks. Harden, 31 points, 11 assists, 5 for 5. Yeah, he's been balling. Harden. Tyrese Maxey, 21 points with 5 threes. And this game, Tyrese Maxey, what's his ranking on the year? 102nd ranked player. Yeah. I don't think he can do better than that. Probably 80, 70, 80. 21 points. Points is valuable. You're not going to get down the waiver wire. 2.6 threes is really good, but everything else is mediocre. And the biggest difference this year, I guess, he's only shooting 45%. Last year, his efficiency was amazing. PJ Tucker, we shouldn't really talk about PJ Tucker. And this game, Tobias Harris was out. So DeAnthony Melton started, continued to getting the stocks, 3 steals and 2 blocks. Great stuff. And 3 assists, 4 rebounds. Yeah, we could still have him. But again, with everybody healthy, he's not going to get 30 minutes every game. Some games he's only get 22. So at some point, I think, we could drop him. But again, in category leagues, if you're looking for those defensive stats, you could have him. It's not too crazy to have him. Shake Milton played 29 minutes. Sure, every time some guys is out, we could stream him. A couple guys were out this game. For the Jazz, Walker Kessler, yes, 31 minutes. This guy is good. Maybe they should not start Vanderbilt, right? When Kelly Olynyk comes back, maybe try that. 12 rebounds, a steal, and 2 blocks, 7 for 7 from the field. Great stuff. Jordan Clarkson absolutely went off. 38 points, 3 threes. Mike Conley with 8 assists and 14 points. Yeah, the guy just gets assists on this team. Vanderbilt played 24 minutes only for personal fouls. I think at some point, right, we could let him go in the playoffs for sure. But again, it depends on what your opponents, what you need. He really gets you rebound and some steals. He's not a guy that blocks a lot of shots. And obviously field goal, a little bit field goal as well. Malik Beasley hit 3 threes. We could stream him if he's going to be remain the starting lineup. Taylor Tucker, we see him getting 20 minutes. Not really fantasy relevant though. The next game, the Dallas Mavericks lost to the Portland Trail Blazers 119-136. Luka, it's probably his worst game of the year. He's getting tired a little bit maybe. 15 points, 10 assists is okay. A steal and a block. Took just 19 shots. 1 for 6. You know, you look at his free throw, you just kind of know. Yeah, he's gassed. 1 for 6 from the free throw line. Really bad. But he's been having a great season. He needs some rest, I think. Spencer Dinwiddie had a great game, 25 points. And in this game, Christian Wood was out. He might be out for a couple more games. Had an ankle issue. Reggie Bullock, 8 for 10. Wow, 8 for 10 from 3, 24 points. You could stream him for threes. Tim Howard Jr. had a little bit injury. He's going to miss some time, so Reggie Bullock is the way to go. He's going to have some crazy minutes. For the Trailblazers, Damian Lillard, great, 36 points, 10 for 10 from the free throw line in just 30 minutes. Anthony Simons hit 3 threes and 2 blocks. You don't see him getting blocks that often. Great. I mean, all the guys played great. Yusuf Nurkic, great, 22 points, 11 rebounds. For Nurkic, he's not, he's averaging like 0.9 to 1 block. So for him to be inside that top 50, he's either got to improve his free throws or just need to block more shots. Rebound is no problem. Rebound is no problem. Scoring wise, 14, 15 points I can take, but just, more defensive stats would be nice. And Jeremy Grant, 2 steals and blocks, 16 points, continues to put up great numbers. And D2, look at the score, he still played 34, so they're really just giving him the minutes. Josh Hart had 6 assists, 4 rebounds, and 11 points. Yeah, this Portland team, they are winning games this year, but 11th team in the West. West is so competitive. So I don't really know. I mean, from the 6th to 11th, they're like one game separate them. The 6th seed right now and the 11th seed. So they're really competitive. The Western Conference is pretty competitive this year. All right, that's it, guys. So see you tomorrow.